Hello, welcome back to another video. Delighted to be joined again by Billy Nelson tonight. Billy, how are we?
Well, I'm all good, mate. Thanks.
Fantastic. Good to hear. Fresh off Fight of the Year contender with Lewis Crocker in Birmingham at the weekend. Obviously getting the unanimous decision over Conah Walker in the end. 96-93 on two of the cards and 95-94 on the third card. Walker deducted a point in the ninth. Do you think the scorecards were fair, Billy?
I think the 2 or 3 points were right. But I mean, it was a legit low blow for the fifth time. So he got a stern warning at the end of one of the other rounds, and when he done that last one, which was quite a sore one for Lewis to take, the referee had no alternative but to give him a point off.
You must be very proud of Lewis. You know, he had to really dig deep. You know, Conah Walker's a very, very tough man, and probably, you know, looking back for yourself, really good matchmaking at that stage of Lewis's development.
To be perfectly honest, I didn't think he had the cojones that he showed on Saturday night, and well, I told him so. I says, I think you've done yourself a world of good. I says, and even in defeat, your stock will have risen massively.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, from your point of view, obviously, with your coach's cap on, you know, when you're watching in the corner, you know, you're seeing what's happening, you know, an all-out war's breaking out. You know, you're happy with what you're seeing, or you're wishing for you know, is he fighting to plan at that stage?
With the fullest of respect, a lot of Conor shots were hitting arms and missing and hitting gloves. You know, obviously some of them get through, but the bigger shots and the better shots all came for Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it wasn't a bag of rice that was hitting Conor's eye that made it, you know, completely close. It was the left hooks.
Yeah, definitely. You know, some of the full credit to Conah Walker. You know, even the last round was fantastic. You know, some of the combinations Lewis was hitting him with at the end. And you know, we all know Lewis Crocker can bang. And you know, Conah Walker, all credit to him for taking some of those shots, because Lewis was sitting down right on them.
Definitely, I mean, but for people to think that Conah won by 3 and 4 rounds, I think that was more wishful thinking than anything else.
Obviously, there's a lot of talk pre-fight, Billy, about you know, Crocker and the weight. He looked fantastic on the scales on Friday in Birmingham. Everything, you know, good, and the future's definitely still at 147.
Oh, definitely. I mean, the Zone in the commentary supposedly said that he hadn't made the weight for 2 years. They made the weight in December against. I mean, they really are quite a misleading bunch of people at times. I mean, Darren Barker's excellent, but some of them just don't do their homework at all, and some of them are getting a little bit excited, shall we say, when Conor got a wee bit of success. It was a wee bit embarrassing. You know, you're meant to be impartial.
So yeah, I know there was split opinion on that kind of thing. I guess moving on to what's going to be next to Lewis Crockett. You know, there's always going to be the link there. He was ringside to Paddy Donovan. You know, some people are saying about a rematch of Walker, but I'm assuming you're going to be moving past that one now. In an ideal world,
I would rather have a rematch with Walker than fight Paddy Donovan. Paddy Donovan doesn't deserve the chance against Lewis Crocker. Walker, Conah Walker does, on the basis of that performance on Saturday night. But there's something even better in the pipeline for Lewis, potentially.
Yeah. Okay.
And that will supersede both of those fights massively.
Okay. I'm with you. So there's more than one option on the table. Would you like to do the rematch in Belfast if it was going to happen?
Well, of course, you know, we went to his back garden. He'd need to come to our back garden.
Yeah, of course.
It's only fair, isn't it? I mean, why would the champion have to go to? Why would the champion need to go to Birmingham when? I mean, I believe there was 4,000, maybe 4,000 plus there on Saturday. You would get double that in Belfast. So
yeah,
why would you not come to Belfast? And 100% Conah Walker would come to Belfast after the rematch. But you know, he's no problem with that. He's got the owners to come over to Belfast, no problem.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, there's a lot of talk Eddie was saying about, Walker winning his life or whatever it may be. But even in defeat, he does definitely deserve another big fight. He took.
Well, here's one for you. If Lewis Crocker was to fight another fight out with Donovan and Walker, which would obviously supersede both of those fights, then Conah Walker versus Paddy Donovan would be a good chief support.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and then the winner's most probably in line again.
Aye, then maybe fight Lewis at the end of that. But what if Paddy thinks that Lewis got beat with Walker before rounds, surely he's no fear of Walker then. But let me tell you, Walker will give him kittens.
Yeah, that'd be a fantastic fight. So hopefully then we'll keep an ear out for that. Then Billy, plenty of options on the table for Lewis Crocker going forward. That's his third fight since the start of December, isn't it? So like you said, I think last time we spoke, having an active Lewis Crocker is clearly very good.
That's his sixth fight in 15 months, I think it is for me. So that's very good.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, so we'll keep an eye out for Lewis Crocker. Right up there for fight of the year. So absolutely, and round of the year as well. Fantastic performance all round. Since we last spoke as well, obviously Martin Bakole's finally got his fight. He's got a massive fight on the Terence Crawford Israel Madrimov card. It's August the 3rd in Los Angeles. You must be absolutely over the moon with that. Obviously Martin had been avoided and been struggled to get a big fight. Credit to Jared Anderson as well. Martin Bakole's not a fighter that a lot of people have been queuing up to fight. So talk to me about that one then, Billy.
Well, there's no queuing up to fight. Martin Bakole is the understatement of the year. But we've eventually got this massive opportunity. Can't thank Spencer Brown enough. That's twice he's managed to get his own His Highness Turkey Al Sheikh shows, and this against a very, very good boxer, Jared Anderson. But as I've said, if the best Martin Bakole turns up and the best Jared Anderson will get stopped.
Mm-hmm.
He'll get a beating.
Mm-hmm. It kind of looked like it came about. Obviously, I think initially Virgil Ortiz and Tim Tszyu were on the card, and then Tim Tszyu wasn't cleared, and then Wilder was rumored, wasn't he, with Jared Anderson? But then obviously Zhang stopped him, and then did Martin kind of get the opportunity through Wilder not getting it, or was it all that was irrelevant?
Well, we were offered the fight within 12 hours of Tyson Fury losing to Usyk.
Okay, right. So it
happened very, very quickly.
Okay, right. Yeah, I'm with you. So that was obviously a good bit before Wilder Zhang happened then on June the 1st, because Fury Usyk was May the 17th, I believe, wasn't it?
No, when Wilder got beat with Zhang that night, we got offered the fight.
Yeah. So effectively, Wilder could have potentially got the opportunity then if. Yeah,
and it would have been a good fight for Jared Anderson. Well, when I say it would have been a good fight, I think he would have beat Wilder comfortably. But it would have been a good matchmaking to get Wilder at that time and a good name in his resume. But this is a much, much harder fight for Anderson.
Yeah, for sure. And all credit to him for taking it as well. And obviously, massive
and credit to Martin Bakole as well.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Given credit.
Yeah. All credit to Martin Bakole, absolutely. How's camp going for Martin then?
All good, aye. All good, aye.
Good.
We've got sparring partners coming up next week. I've got David Adelaide coming up.
Okay.
I've got Curtis Woodhouse's boy coming up. I've got Nicky Campbell. He helps us out whilst he's home. We'll be doing that for a couple of weeks, and then we've got we're going to Los Angeles, and we've got sparring lined up there already. An Armenian, a Southpaw guy, another Eastern European guy, and potentially Guido Valentino.
Yes, yeah. Valilero, yeah. I know who you're talking about. Okay, yeah, brilliant. I guess, Martin's definitely in his prime now, isn't he? 31 years old. He's do you think this is a case of perfect timing? Is this Jared Anderson fight coming at the absolute right time for Martin Bakole?
Well, I'd have preferred him to be a bit busier, but that's not his fault. They've not managed to get him fights, so he's not had an easy time at the last 18 months. So hopefully he's got to take it out other people, put it in his own hands, grasp the opportunity, win the fight. I've already been told, there's a very good chance that we'll be out again before the end of the year should we beat Anderson. So the opportunity's there. Brilliant.
Yeah, so that's come around quite quick. Actually, that's 5 weeks on Saturday. That fight. So yeah, wish you guys all the very best with that. Just while I've got you, Billy, obviously round about a couple of hours ago, the press conference, the launch announcement for the Riyadh season card after the one that Martin Bakole's on. It's Wembley Stadium. It's headlined by Anthony Joshua against Daniel Dubois. Just if I could get your thoughts on that, if possible, before I let you go. The first thing I want to speak to you about is obviously changing landscape in boxing. We saw Kalle Sauerland, Ben Shalom, Frank Warren, and Eddie Hearn at the top table. Surely that can only be a good thing, can't it?
100%. 100%. It's about the boxers. It's not about the promoters. And the bigger fights that are involved in, the bigger purses the boxers get. Yeah, and that's what they're in it for. Listen, they could basically keep all the belts. The boys want paid handsomely. To try and secure a future for themselves and their family. That's all it is.
Exactly. Yeah, it's quite a groundbreaking, day. Obviously Martin's with boxer. Ben Shalom had been not really involved as much. It had been more Frank and Eddie, but he's got two fighters on the card, Boatsi and Tyler Denny, who obviously headlined the show that Lewis was on last weekend. What do you think overall of the card, Billy, from top to bottom?
That's a very good card. I mean that. Hamza Shiraz is a very, very good fighter. We'll actually be training with him in Los Angeles. And his gym, his father approached us with the opportunity to train in the gym whilst we're out there, and we grasped it. So, and I think he's a very, very good fighter anyway. He boxed superbly over in Riyadh the last time, didn't he?
Yeah, against Damo. Yeah, looked great. The main fight, obviously, the undercard's fantastic, but the big one is AJ against Dubois. Obviously, Daniel Dubois elevated to full IBF heavyweight champion now, so he's making a defense against.
How can you call yourself? He's not a world champion. It's basically a vacant title. See, getting elevated and handed the world title, you're not a world champion. You're not a world champion until you've won a world title fight and got that belt above your head. Until then, you're not a world champion. But it is what it is. And if that's the case, then he'll get a bigger percentage of the purse. So fair play.
Yeah, most definitely. I know you picked Hrgovic to beat Dubois. I'm assuming you're going to pick AJ to beat Dubois. Do you give him a shot at all in the fight?
Against AJ?
Yeah.
Well, he's got a puncher's chance.
Yeah. What's your other pick of the fights below it?
What's my picks? Kakashi. And Warrington was a shot because I thought it was going to be. Oh, who were they talking about now? Selfa Barrett. I thought they were going to get Selfa Barrett. That's what I read yesterday or the day before.
Said it was going to be Zelfa, and then apparently Hearn came out and said the fight was made at 9 o'clock last night. Warrington and Kakashi. So something must have fell out with Zelfa Barrett there along the line.
Well, that's going to be a cracking fight because Josh Warrington's a fine fighter. That'll be a close fight. I think with the added confidence of being a world champion, Kakashi might just win that one. Shiraz will beat Tyler Denny.
Josh Kelly against Liam Smith. Josh Kelly's fighting Liam Smith on the card.
I think Josh will have a wee bit too much speed for him.
And like
Liam's a great fighter, so yeah, he's a very clever fighter. Depends how long, depends on Josh's tank if we can go the full 12 rounds.
Yeah, for sure. And then, like you were saying, Boatsi against, you know, I know you're good friends with Willie Hutchison. That's a really good opportunity for him again, isn't it? After the Craig Richards
a great
fight.
opportunity, but Boatsi's a class act, mate. He's a very, very good fighter, very clever.
Mm-hmm.
I would just slightly favour Boatsi, I think.
Yeah. There's a bit of debate online. Obviously, you know, boxing fans have been spoiled a bit over the past little while, but obviously Inoue was rumoured, Wardley Clark too was rumoured, and a few people are kind of, you know, saying it's maybe not as good as the 5v5. You know, where would you stand on that?
This show is good as the 5v5. I'd say it's a better show.
Uh-huh.
But I think the American show outweighs that again.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Terence Crawford and Madrimov. Madrimov, or whatever his name is.
Madrimov.
What a fight that's going to be. I mean, that guy, that Uzbekistani guy is class.
Mm-hmm.
But I've said that I think Terence Crawford's the best fight on the planet. So that can only be a fantastic fight.
Uh-huh.
Bakole versus Anderson. Andy Ruiz against
Terrell Miller.
Yeah, and some other cracking fights on it as well.
It really is a brilliant show. They were saying about Israel Madrimov that he was Dimitri Bivol's chief sparring partner for when he fought Canelo at 175. So the natural progression potentially could be, you know, Crawford fighting him because he wants to, you know, plant the seed for that fight going forward.
I've got a boy in the gym now for Congo. He's had 18 fights, 17 knockouts, and his only defeat was a 3-week notice job against Madrimov, and he went the distance with him.
Wow, fantastic!
So look forward to working with him. I've been working with him a couple of weeks. This boy,
brilliant,
can be a good fighter.
Gym seems to be thriving at the minute, Billy. Lots going on.
It is. I hope the next few years is going to be an injury-free time for Sean Lazarina, because he's busting to go to Commonwealth gold medalist. Hopefully he'll be fighting on August the 30th and it can kickstart his career, go really fast.
Yeah.
Luke Bibby, British amateur champion, he's 4-0. He's just signed it. He'll be signing a contract shortly.
Yeah.
He's going to be a good fighter. He was down sparring Josh Taylor.
Josh Taylor, wasn't he? Yeah, I remember seeing that, yeah.
And also, he's just returned from sparring Pierce O'Leary in Liverpool.
Yeah, O'Leary's
Joe McInally was giving him a glowing reference, so he was.
Fantastic. That's brilliant. Yeah, so, well, you know, you got lots going on, you know, at all levels of the sport, which is fantastic.
I look forward to it. Things are good. They work hard, so they deserve their just rewards.
Absolutely. Well, that's brilliant. As always, Billy Nelson, thank you very much for your time. Wish you all the very best with the last 4 or 5 weeks or so for Martin Bakole's camp. Hopefully we get news of the rest of the fighters soon. And all the very best, Billy. Thanks for coming on again. Really appreciate it.
All the best, mate. Cheers.
Take care. Cheers, Billy.
Good, mate.